Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to go ahead and cut off the stems of my potatoes. All right, so let's go ahead and cut these, and then I'll give you a little tour of what's going on my soon-to-be homestead that I've been working on for like the last 5 years now, and just to show you where we're at for this season, because we're pretty much done for the season. As you can see back there, my greenhouse is pretty much done, but we'll get to that here in a minute. So this little area right here, for those of you that don't know, this was the dirt that I had left over from last year's crops. And I had some seed potatoes left after I planted the ones that I was going to plant in my grow bags. And I was like, hey, let me just throw them in here and see what happens. And although I don't know what's going on under the dirt or under the soil, we're going to find out. And these are the ones that I planted in my grow bags. I've got 15 grow bags. Some of them look pretty cool. Let me see if this is the one. But look at that. See that right there? That's right up in the top. And I know that there's another one where oh, look at that. There's another one over there. And I know that there's another bag that I just took about a ½ inch of soil off the top, and there was a nice big Yukon potato under there. So this is what I've got this year. Not too much. I try to concentrate on getting as much building and stuff done around the property as I could, in hopes that next year I can finally get some chickens. And there's Karma over there, just doing a little chewing of grass. And while I was doing this, I actually saw some more potatoes sticking up. So I am very hopeful that this was a good crop this year. Let's go take a look at what's going on. So I'm about getting ready to retire the saw table. This is where I keep my saw, on this table that I made here. And I've got one more project to work on before the end of the season. So this will be getting put up here pretty soon. And as you can see, it doesn't look like Chief's gonna make it out here before winter. And this is right here where I'm gonna put my chicken coop. We have to move that trailer up and put it right there. And then the chicken run is gonna be that nice soil right there. So I have to put fencing up around there, but that's gonna happen next year. And I have the rest of the wood that I'm gonna need for next year's project put away nice and neat under these tarps. And wait till you see inside the greenhouse. Looks really nice. And I think I already showed you on a previous video that I went ahead and built the tall wall of the chicken coop. And this is an 8-foot wall. And that right there is the platform. So we have to move this over there. And we'll probably do that next year. And then this is the wood that I need to use to build the short wall, which is going to be 6 foot tall. But I think I'll have to wait till next year to do that, because that's going to be the wall where I have parts of it that lift out in order for me to be able to get the chicken eggs from outside instead of me having to walk inside. Now let's go ahead and take a look inside of the greenhouse, because it looks a lot nicer than it did last time. So look at all of the gravel that's in here now. Before I only had a little bit in here, but now we've got a nice even floor all the way to the end. And since this floor here is a little bit higher than this is, then we went ahead and added gravel pretty much from about halfway up of the 4x4 that's acting as kind of like the foundation, all the way up to the top. So pretty sturdy. I've got these boards here that I still need to do some cuts to reinforce the roof a little more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 2x4 from here going up straight to the beam in the middle to give us some extra support. I'm going to grab this beam right here and put it in the middle, somewhere around here. Let's see, somewhere around there. I'm going to do the same thing with that, and this beam, same thing with that also. So I've got about 3 more cuts to make with the saw before I put it away. And then I do have to come back in here and support these connections here with some steel, just like I did on the outside. But other than that, it's looking really good so far. I'm gonna go ahead, once I finish putting up the support boards on these beams, I'm gonna cover the entire greenhouse with a tarp, just like I did my white tent. If you can see my white tent over there. Karma, sit. Go on, sit. Good girl. Speak. Good girl. Good girl. All right, so we'll see you in about a week or so we can see what our potatoes are looking like. Now, this mound right here that you see, I think I told you in the beginning of the video, this was just an experiment. This was soil without really any nutrients in it that I used last year. And I had some extra seed potatoes, and I just threw them in there and covered them up to see what would happen. My grow bags are over there. Well, as you can see right here, this is a couple of plants. They were right next to each other. And this is just 2 plants right here. So looking pretty good. I'm really excited to see how our grow bags did, but I don't know what to expect. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these off of here. I'm going to put them in this bucket right here, and let's see what we end up with. I didn't know what to expect really from this mound because, like I said earlier, I literally just took some seed potato, put them in a hole and covered it, and that's it. And then of course throughout the season I went ahead and watered them pretty well. And I think that this came out pretty good for just putting potatoes in dirt and just leaving it be for the season, with the exception of a little bit of water. And as you can see there, I got a full 5-gallon bucket out of that. And now let's take a look and see how our grow bags are doing. I have a feeling that the grow bags are going to do a little bit better, but I actually wasn't expecting for the little experiment side to do as well as it did. Well, ladies and gentlemen, slow and steady wins the race. I think I did pretty well this year compared to last year. Now this bucket here was my experiment pile, and it looks like I got about just as much as I did out of my grow bags. Now, I think I like the grow bags better. Reason being is because I know that a lot of these potatoes in this bucket we're gonna have to eat soon because I scratched them up. Whereas in the grow bags, I didn't have that happen very often at all. So that's going to be it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and wash those up really good. Just kidding. I'm not going to wash them. I'm going to go ahead and put them in another 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to go ahead and get myself some wood chips to put in between layers and then put them in my pantry. And we'll see how long those last. I think I'll make sure that I save at least 15 of them for seed potatoes for next year. I'm really glad that the yellow ones came out nice because those are my favorite, are those yellow ones. And for those of you that do this for the first time, make sure to eat a few of them right after you take them out of the ground. Go cook them up. They are so good. But in all honesty, I have to let them sit out. I'll probably put them on a tarp, let them sit out for a day or so that they can cure really well. And then I'll put them away in another day or two. Having said that, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in. Short video, but this is what it is. I think I got a pretty good results. Let me know what you think in the bottom. And if you have any tips, leave it in the comments. Have a great day, and God bless every one of you.